Hola, 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 hola. You working fine? Yes. Okay. My voice may sound shittier today because one, I'm getting sick. Second, I remove all the filters and apps that we download for this for the audio to sound better. I think at this point like beating a dead horse. Like this mic have like 5 years, and I have dropped it many times. It's broken. I have like tried to fix it. So I think the solution at this point is just to buy a new mic. So there is not much I can do about that. Um, so yeah, other than me not wanting to stream in the morning because I feel sick. Um, Finishing a lot of products. I have to think. I finished already the photo cards. I finished all my Alien Stage photo cards, like the designing. I before I was like in Luke and Hyuna. I sent them to print. I finished two of the five members of Plave. That ones are. Hello, hello. I was talking about all the things I got ready for the event. Okay. I like. I thought I just saw good and I just assumed it was something. So like, okay. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's 4 p.m. Yeah, I was feeling sick in the morning, so I was like, let's just stream back afternoon. I think too is a good time to like stream more. So I did a lot of like the product for. Where am I going? Kokoro on February 22. So I did a lot of the work. I already sent it to a printer shop. I running out of time and I'm making it last minute. So these 2 days I should finish some probably two more products. That one will be like the new ones we have for this event. I'm not too worried because it's Kokoro February and then have to go to Comic Square or Comic Avenue. I don't remember which one is coming, but I have to go to both. So the one in March, I have to bring my book. Okay, I go into Comic Square and Comic Avenue. So in case I don't have all my products finished for Kokoro, first Kokoro that happening this year, then I should have it for any of the other events. If not, it's okay. I have like five more events that I have not write about yet. But yeah, I don't know what happened this year. Just like last year, that I was booked for a whole last month. This year I'm booked for almost every month of the year. So let's hope. And there is even some events that I got in where I'm not gonna be on. Like I have other friends going, so I gonna give them business cards and some products. Like mainly, I gonna give them free things because I don't feel like sending them with a thing of like take my products and now it's on you, don't lose them. Mainly because in the last which event, in Xi'an's illustration winter event, I got robbed. Like someone took my stickers, mainly the Toma Fox. So from that, I have grown a little. I talked to other artists in the events, and then they told me too that they have been checking inventory because some people have been grabbing their products. So I now like trying to check for a better layout, maybe something to prevent this thing from happening again. But most artists have recommended me to just keep them behind the booth, and then if people ask for them, that like I can just give it to them. The thing is that it slows a little the whole process because sometimes I have five people coming to my shop at the same time, and other times I just wanna talk to some people that come to see me. So I struggling to find a design, but so far I think I will just keep them in behind, like keep them behind the booth. It's just like a little annoying, but I will like I'm checking with the other group I'm going with because I'm going with other artists. So I'm gonna be checking with them how we doing with this layout. So That's like one part. Then we have yeah, I already sent one product to print. I have to print other ID photos, and we have to reprint the Thomas Fox stickers that someone took. Other than that, I'm printing some extra Genshin Impact stickers. Um, I'm taking a little of a risk. I'm gonna make waterproof, like a sticker for water bottles. This is not much week that I plan to sell. It's just a little test I'm making for future products. Oh, and I'm making I feeling myself out of work, but if we end up having enough time for all the printing to be done by the date I need them to, we're having exclusive Kokoro. This is number 10. This is Kokoro 10. Uh, so I'm having stickers, exclusive stickers for Kokoro 10, I think. Let me check this. This is Kokoro. Yes, 10. So we are having exclusive Kokoro 10 stickers. For the Yarugan theme, we are making a Dark Dragon, Yarugan, Yarugan, Valentine's. Like I mix everything because I didn't know how to do it. Like until I commission a lot of Thai artists to like make fan artwork for that ones, and then to make a different one for Chinese New Year. So this whole thing came out to more pricey than expected. But yeah, we're gonna have a special sticker for this event. Um, if my planning comes properly, we will have a special sticker for the future ones too. There is no reason to that. It's just my little ego that needs to have a special sticker for these things. And then, other than that, I'm working with other VTubers to like take out her merchandise, and then have to complete friends' works, and then I have to do my for my second account, my fan art account, the Chinese New Year Valentine's one. So yeah, I'm being very overworked. That's not even counting my actual work that I get money from, or my classes that I'm taking that I just came today from studying Thai. I'm so bad that I have been like I went from taking one to now taking like 2, 3 energy drinks. Anyway, I fall asleep in the middle of the class. So don't know what to do. In a positive note, in the marketing, I think it's because I'm sick. I don't think it's like I'm becoming immune to caffeine. I think I'm getting sick. In other, and then I have to update the stream thing because like me just talking to the void in place of being like a nice place is a little annoying too. So what else? What else do I have to do other than all? Oh no, I'm very sick right now, so I'm trying to like check what to do. I don't like to because my voice is gonna get like way deeper, which is already annoying. So yeah, I have to stream. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we can stream for a little longer. I'm making this story, so I don't think we will stream for a little longer. But yeah. Yeah, what else? I don't know. I was gonna say something and I start having a headache, so I don't remember. Next. So, I wanted to talk about yesterday. Yesterday I wanted to do my story thing. Oh, hello. Thank you for following. Hello, hello, hello. So, yesterday I was saying, yesterday, hello. Oh, that's a cute sticker. Hello. I say hyper. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my Peruvian Spanish accent. I hope you can understand me. Some people say it's very strong. So I was talking about like yesterday's story. I tried my best to draw while I was talking. I gonna say it wasn't that good. So I went ahead and I checked on my iPad for the reference I did in the past for this story. So let me fix it. I didn't put it properly. Oh, okay. Thank you. Because I know some people have a hard time understanding me, but I try my best to. Cause thank you. This one is all concept art. Cause I try to tell more of my how to say, my passion stories, my passion projects. That I make like a lot of stories. Mainly, I used to tell them to my siblings, but now they're grown up, so I gonna still start telling them online. So yesterday I was telling the um this is story in specific. Yeah, I running on. I don't like Monster Energy, so I'm running on a Peruvian brand called Bolt. It's all energy drinks too. So I just have like my fridge full of them, and then like I have been drinking from 1 to 2 a day. I'm dying. Like the coffee made me too hype, so I start just now consuming energy drinks. I even bought a cup just so I can have them on it. So these are all artworks I make. So now I can show artworks while I'm doing more artworks. So you can have a concept of what I'm talking about. You draw them for fun? That's so hard. Like I draw pigs, like little pig for fun. Like that's so hard to draw. I have to like have friends and my brother who got into military style games. So they asked me to draw them some for like background of their phone. And that was the hardest thing I have to draw. I can't even draw cards. So just draw my concept art. So for this story in specific, this was the main character I was drawing yesterday. Um, I love this character design because, as I was saying yesterday, this character design and this character design, they are very old. I don't draw like this anymore. They are very old, but they got me an interview with like the company that does Pokemon, like the animation. So I got to talk to them, and then they really hyped me up about my character design, which I love. It got me to do more. I think, let's see, I think these ones are the last ones I made. Yeah, they were like that. Like I love Pokemon. I cannot stand for like the whole copywriting they're doing. Um, yeah. So I that's why like I was so hyped that I was applying for animation jobs, and I applied to the company that does the Pokemon animated series, and then they accepted me for the next interview. And then I didn't got the job, but I got to talk to them for like an hour, and they were talking about my character design, and then they saw me like that I grow with like watching Pokemon. I was like, thank you. I was so hyped the whole interview. But these ones are very old. Um, like talking about Pokemon. Yeah, like I watched mainly like the first seasons because I love Bulbasaur, and for me it was like I was watching, I was there like Bulbasaur number one, searching for every scene Bulbasaur will appear on. Like I will have my like back then, like that my TV was huge, like it was this giant box. So then I will grab my parents at some point got me the one that like will pause. So I will pausing a scene. I will grab my pencil and I will start tracing from the TV. And then eventually you start like drawing a lot. Yeah. Like I love like now mainly like with Pokemon cards becoming so like popular. Like I don't wanna buy them because they're so expensive, but I think the designs and they're getting me obsessed on it. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite Pokemon? I choke with my own words. You can share me. I love to know people's favorite Pokemons. Mainly because in my eyes, Bulbasaur is the cutest. I'm always surprised when people don't have like Bulbasaur number one. You can see like how much my art have changed here. So this is our main character from the other from yesterday's stories. Ah, Alola was like the best thing they make. I love all the changes that they made for a Pokemon. Rayquaza. They made like I know nothing by name, so I normally when people write me their Pokemon, I just go ahead and search. Okay, I know this one. Like the shiny version. Ooh, looks so fancy in black. Yeah, like the Ninetale was like the most beautiful thing I have seen. Like I already love the original one. Let me search what type of tank is it. RP. That's so hard. Oh, I have seen one of these in person. This is so hard though. Wow. Like I really like. Still try to sculpt it. But yeah, in my maybe a weird thing, right? But in my way to school, there is like a museum or something, but you can find this one. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, I don't check the Discord like often. So, yeah, it's a good idea to tell me to check that because I'm a mess and the mod that we have to disappear. So let it. As soon as he opens, I will attack that. Yeah, give me a second. I keep forgetting to check that. Like the Discord have some rules to make it just open to public, and I still do not understand that. Like Dragon Shop, we have to update more. Okay, I approve already. Yeah, I was showing. Yeah, this one is Wu, the character from yesterday. This is her sister, and this is and the pig is the brother, which I will explain later how this works. Another day for this. These ones are the last drawings I make before I decided to focus more on VTuber activities. Yeah, like I use it, but then like I think I use it for other groups or for talking. Like right now, I'm working into like just this month. Like I love to join Artisali, and I did not calculate it when they started, and now the first one is coming. So I have to go to this Artisali in February. I gotta stop. February 22, and I happen to have no print anything of the products I need to get ready. So I'm hurrying up this last month. And then I calculated that it will be like a break for me to take it between this one and the next one. And then I realized I think the next one is in the start of March. So now I trying to finish everything. I will finish in time. Okay. Oh, good, 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 good. The dragon art. Oh my god, that's crazy. Uh, that's so good. I watching the speed paint. Yo, that's amazing. How you do that? Yeah, you're seeing this as good as I go with my concept art of teens. Like I just do characters and that's all. Hey yo, like the background, the plants, the lighting. That's crazy. Like I'm just here like showing my little drawings. Like these are all picky. Oh yeah, so they do for me. Like what you need to remember is hands are just a box. Let me. Gonna do my mandated hand tutorial. I just do a box. Where am I? Where's my pencil? Like the only thing I can do from hard is open hand. Wait, my pen is not working. Give me a second. Like when I move outside of my square, I yeah, I look so good. I like a lot the plants. Trying to check if the pencil is working. Well, in what I learned, check if my pencil is working. Let's check something else. But yeah, like I love the lighting, the lighting, lighting, like the lighting and then the colors. Oh my god, I love like for the third one is some crazy use of colors. Oh, this one is Fate Zero. Like I'm in a group chat that they're like watching it right now. It's like, oh my god, it's like I really love the rough look of like concept art. They nothing very defined. Yeah, I like watching it with them. So far, we just started. Like we're just watching season one, but it's good. Pencil not working. Oh, good. I like the character design. It's the only thing I know. Let me check on tablet thing. Yeah, mainly fighting scenes. Like I'm always amazed with like every show that act like fighting scenes. They're just crazy. Oh, so good. Like we just started a series of like me. There's because I don't remember names. Oh, I know. Uh, yeah, she's my favorite character too. So cute. I feel she's like normally the one that you see on everything. I was actually very surprised when like it started season one. I was not cared right away. It takes like by the end of the what second episode for her to appear, first episode. Like I thought she was like from the start main character. Ah, it's working now. Okay, but yeah, I really like your art. Um. Oh. Okay, let me search. I don't know. Oh. I thought he was like the main character, right? Like, the series appear start with him. I need to finish it. Oh my! Feel like every time I start streaming, there is always someone that join. Like I normally stream in the morning, and normally people come and like, okay, it's 1 a.m. I'm gonna go. Now you appear here is like 4 p.m. for me, and you come here like it's 1 a.m. Why do I have with people at 1 a.m.? Why they keep appearing here? Okay, have a nice sleep. I'm gonna try to book more art in the Discord group too. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for blessing me with your art. It's so good. I'm gonna try to draw tanks too. We'll start. Where is the? Okay. You can see my schedule is there. I stream every day, normally way earlier than today. Okay, have a nice sleep. Let me. Oh, okay. Have to book the stream of today. Let me do this. Yep, perfect. So this is today's story. Is I need to give a backstory on the story I'm gonna be working and talking about today. Let's go here. So this is a thumbnail. If you look at the bot from YouTube, I'm checking to like it's all good. All good. All good here. All good here. So okay, if you look at the thumbnail in YouTube, this is the thumbnail. Now this is the original Dark Dragon. The I was gonna explain today. Like again, I don't add descriptions on Twitch. I do add descriptions on YouTube, but as I said today, I'm gonna tell a story if I updated this thing. And did I update it? Yep. So this one is a story where the name Dark Dragon come from. So back in what's it gonna be 2010 or 11, I started traveling back and forth between Thailand and Peru, and that felt like that flights are like 2 days long, which I do not recommend it. I hated my time traveling back and forth. You have to stop in Amsterdam, and it's like a very long stop. if you ever travel from Asia to Latin America, or from Latin America to Asia, make some stops. Check other countries. Make a big trip. Traveling directly is like probably one of the worst decisions you can take. So during that 2 days travel, I didn't have anything to do. I was like 10. So I decided I'm gonna write my own story. So I grabbed my little phone, which I probably lost all the stories because I totally gave the phone away. And I started writing the notes up just like things I was planning. Um, then like I wrote a totally different story than the one I'm gonna narrate today. The story I wrote by them was very like based on like the idea of that only one, the chosen one, and then like Loki very picked me. So I changed a lot of the things as the years were going on. So I will say actively have been working on this story for 16 years. So it turned from being a story that I was working on myself to be a story I was telling my brother and sister, and then they like it, so we developed it way more. And then from this, it came out the story that we were checking yesterday. Now, the story that we were checking yesterday, the reason why I have all the concept art is because I was planning to make it into an animation. That I actually did work a lot of animation into it. So I guess for me to just tell it as a story is a little harder since we were working as a group on it. Even when I was telling that story, it was like a little more active into like everything we're seeing. It was more descriptive. It was less nice story and more actively working into animation. But this one, it was me writing it. I think at some point I wrote it in Wattpad. Um, then it was me telling it to my siblings. Then it was like me, like when I was planning to actually make something with this, I always plan to make into a book. So the concept art is a little more concept art. It's very few since I keep this story just as something I was like telling people as a nice story. So I think this one should be easier probably for me to tell here in stream, but I don't know. I choke with a lot of words. But as you can see here, there is a lot of concept art I made of how I see this world. But this one, because it's some of my first stories, these ones are actually the opening to the world of like the woods and all the every other story I wrote. Even partly like the concept I make first of Dark Dragon come from here. And then because I wanted to make a VTuber inspired on Genshin Impact, I adapted that Dark Dragon idea to Dark Dragon Genshin is Genshin is Genshin Impact styled spiders. I should drink less caffeine. Uh, Dark Dragon Genshin Impact styled Dark Dragon Genshin Impact inspired, and then transform that into a VTuber. I I using it. Okay, so drinking water. So yeah, so all my stories, all my ideas come from this story. Is this my first story ever? No. My first story ever was a superhero story, which I push for years into to my mom. I have a lot of cartoons of that one. I make it very funny looking. That one will never see the light of day. That one is actively I'm ashamed of it. And then if you wanna kind of like my second ever story, will be that my mom gives me a little notebook so I can write as my diary. And then I thought my life was so boring, I'm just gonna make up that things. So I will do little drawings and made up whole stories about little things that happen in my classroom. And like that. Until I moved to Thailand and everything that happened was already crazy enough that I didn't need to make any more stories. But yeah, that two first stories will never see the light of day. So I feel this one is a little more express on that. So just to have in mind, this is the first Dark Dragon. This is the first design I make probably some years ago. Probably 2022, because I see the pattern is the same one I did for some other things. These are. This is not a final sketch. This one may be a final sketch. I actually have more of this one. I don't know where I put it, but this is not a final of her. This is just like a sketch I make in base of the final one. This is some of sketches too. Like everything is still in progress until I say so. This one will be the one I'm the proudest of. Like I put process of how did I start their design before I decided to change it on. So I even like planned this story in like different areas and how I was telling it to my siblings. So this one should be all the dark dragons I make first. Then these ones are each of this character. We have this one here that I always imagine as a frog, and then I fall in love with frogs some years ago because I was like, oh, I can just make everything Bulbasaur style, so I designed her like this. So she's a pirate. The best thing because if frogs touch salt water, they die. So I'm not sure why she's a pirate, but this is one of my more recent designs, and that's what I'm trying to make them all because she's a bear. So I was working on that concept. She's a flamingo, but I'm not giving up her big hair. So I actually have a final design for her. And she's a bee. The thing with these designs is I wanted to add more of a cultural part. So I changed it from her having gold and antenna ears to she just being a bee to she being a bee based on like Korean style clothing. So I'm working on that. I didn't have a name. I don't know it yet. I should put in my final research. I should like I do research for a lot of things. For example, I'll change to was. Here you can see with the was. Um, I forgot to put it. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot to put it. There is a part of the was they just one of the reference ones they just me writing note for each character. But yeah, I forgot that. Anyways, you can say I do like a lot of random sketch of why you mine it. This is what I was telling yesterday about like Woo and the piggy working in their plan. This is what I mine it. He finally see finding Pedro, like he coming out his plant. This is why I mine it. I think it's easier for me to show it with these things, right? I did way more work for this one because, as I say, it was supposed to be animated. This like 10-year-old watch is so cute. And yeah, I did change. I forgot I was drawing her boots yesterday. I changed her boot for just black because we went more cartoony with them. Drawing is supposed to look a little cuter, and then it's Piggy here. So yeah, I need to add these things when I probably will try to retell the story just that I told yesterday. Now this is the same Dark Dragon as the one that we use for a lot of marketing and products. This does not look the same as the Dark Dragon. As I say, like this is not important, so it's just gray, black. I forgot to remove the boots and I just keep it all black. Um, but yeah, because of this is Pedro with color. But yeah, because of this, need to work with a color design. There is gonna be a point that we're just gonna go back to this design of the dragon, which is the one we use nowadays, which is just purple. We will come with time. Yeah. This is Lido Pedro, and he, as I say, he's a psychologist, so it's his Lido I work here thing. And it's like, oh, he have like just like tell me your problems are going. So cute. I'm like, I'm I cry when I see cute things. I cry for my own drawing. Okay. So let me go to. Let me change the music because as I say, this is a nighttime story. That I used to tell my brother and sister to go to sleep. So I think the even the art doesn't really like make that much sense here. So I may just reduce it. So let me just make a sign. That's good. Mainly because I work a lot in this corner. So. Okay. Let me change the music because as I say is more of a nighttime. So let's just go with like impact music copyright free. This is the music I used to put back when I just started. Like was just like Genshin Impact copyright free. So again, if I let me go to my phone and check that you can actually hear the music. Uno, dos, tres, uno, dos, tres. Good. So now, if the story I'm saying at some point makes just no sense, or I'm narrating it in a boring way, or I am just horrible like this, remember I'm not professional. I'm just trying, but I do appreciate criticism, and how to make it better. So leave your review on YouTube, because it stays forever there. Anyway, so at some point I may forget to draw if I'm too into it. That's why we have the little illustrations as I so so you know. So we'll start with little dragon. This is our character. Now remember, because this is a story I used to tell. Uh, my narrative is probably gonna go from me to you, because I used to tell it to them. So I'm very shy, and I hear in the door bark. So wait. Let me check on the dogs before I start the story. Wait. Okay, all good. Uh, the floor, the dogs are in the first floor, so I have to go running up and down. Anyway, so oh, I'm nervous, but drop something there. Okay, let me start with this. I don't know why I'm so nervous or shy with this. I think it's because the story is like different from yesterday. It's very close. So, are you afraid of the dark? I remember my mother asking me this every night. I will tell her no. A big girl now. I wasn't worried. And then I will lay in bed. He will come next to me, stroke my hair, sing for me, tell me stories. It's what I remember like the best moment back then. He will always be the funny one. He will tell me he will tell me the typical fairy tale, but she will change them. He will act some he will act something funny, something weird. She will always make me laugh. He will always change the stories so at the end it's Cinderella the one that takes herself off there. So it's Snow White the one that like wakes up by herself. He will always make it a point about how at the end of the day we are alone and then we need to save ourselves to take ourselves out of that situation. He will always tell me that I can only trust on myself, but I will not believe him. After all, I have her, I have my older sister, I have my dad. They were always there. They will always tell me stories at night. My mom will invent them. My dad will read them for me in a book. My sister will just make things out with me. I remember that time we were in the swimming pool, saying that we were mermaids, swimming around, and then acting all scared for an imaginary shark that was coming for us. That was every day. We would be in our bunk's bed, going around about how we are princesses, how we have different castles. At the end of the day, we will go to school. We will even go to school together, making up stories about how we are in the wrong, about how things are just wonderful as they are. But then, if there is something sure in life, is that nothing stays the same. Everything changes, everything moves. Then it happens. Our family got bigger. You two arrive, and then everything changed. Dad wasn't at home anymore. He needed to travel. He needed to go. He needed to go to a different park. He needed to work. Mom couldn't stay too. He was too busy anymore. Taking care of all of us was a bigger task for her. So it happened. It was just me and my older sister. The stories at night became a collection of books. She would read them for me at the start, and then she grew up. She have friends, she have parties, she have more interesting places to be with. She have more interesting places to be in, more interesting people to be with. And I wasn't one of them. And then doesn't matter how much time it passed, I was still there, reading books by myself, telling stories, the quiet night. It was just me again. Now, now her words were really true. I was the only person there, the only person to trust. Stories at night just became a memory. But then you arrive. The same person I shamed for ruining my life, the same person I thought arrived just to take everything I have and put it upside down. You will buy my toys. You will jump in top of me. You will ask for my attention and then just scream if I didn't give it to you. And then he appeared. You, second one. The only boy of this house and extremely annoying. Always wanted to be around, crying if I didn't put your attention. You were less annoying. You were less annoying than her, but still, you were very, very annoying. But then one night you came, with a book in your hand saying, "Could you read it for us? Could you tell us what does it say?" And that's when everything changed. You became a bigger part of my life. You became the story that I didn't need to read aloud anymore. So I started reading. There was a book collection we have. I don't know if you will to remember, but it was a very big collection. 365 nice stories by Disney. I asked my mom for a video game console day and night. And then finally my dad sent the money, but of course, working hard in a different country, it was up to my mom to buy it. And she came back with a big box one day and I thought, oh, that's it. I will be able to play video games just like my cousins. I will be normal for a day. And then she opened it. It was these big collections of books. 365 days. One book a night. And I look at her and then she was like, better to play. It's better than playing games. It's better to read. Make your own stories up. So I just read them. But now I can read it to you. Every night we were reading stories. Every night you two will fall asleep in my bed. I find it very annoying at first. Later I just got used to it. It was just us, this world, us reading this book. But then one day they just ran out. 365 nights, and there was nothing else to say. I read you the story again, but this time you didn't fall asleep. You were the annoying one. Boy, you didn't wanna fall asleep. Like none of you two wanted to fall asleep. I was confused. I read one story, that was our promise. But then you say it wasn't enough. You already knew this one. You didn't know what was going on. So I searched it online. I searched for a new story. And I wrote you that one. But at some point, if you keep asking more than one a night, we ran out of them. We didn't have anything else to say. So then I took a choice. What if in place of Cinderella, it was a piggy? What if I was doing what my mom used to do? What if I just started doing it? Making up stories, telling you what I have in mind. And you too love it. I start telling stories that came from my head every night. And it slowly stopped becoming every night. Start becoming every day. Start becoming every conversation. Until everything was our own world. Everything we were saying was the stories, the world we were creating in our heads. That moment I knew I will do anything to keep that moment important to me. I will do anything to tell you every story at night. I will do anything to keep you too happy. And then time passed. Time passed. And then one night it happened. Fall asleep. But then I start having these nightmares. I was alone again. I keep hearing you two screaming. Find us, find us. But where were you? I couldn't find you, and I couldn't recognize where I was. I looked around, but everyone was different. They weren't human. They weren't like me. Maybe I wasn't like them. I didn't belong where I was. The only people that were like me were you two. But then I couldn't find you. I could just hear you screaming. You were as scared as I was. But I couldn't find you. I failed you. So I searched and I searched. But before I could make sense of it, everything became dark. And I wake up. It was just a normal day. I was confused. But as always, I couldn't keep that story to myself. So I tell it to you too. And you to start making things up. What if I wasn't alone? What if I wasn't searching for you two? What if you two were there? What if we were running away from the monsters? So we start playing, we start building monster stories. Start playing more and more. But the nightmares didn't disappear. They became almost every night. Every night I was there. In this place. Where I was different from everyone else. I will run, I will run. I will try to find you. But I wouldn't be able to. One day, one night, the nightmare keep happening, keep coming back and back and back. Doesn't matter how many times I wake up and I go back to sleep, it keep appearing. I keep appearing there. And then I hear it. Come here. What? Come here. So I went there. I went to a quiet bar. It wasn't dark anymore, it was light. She was there, but I don't remember her face. She was there, but I just feel warm. I just feel like I should be there. I didn't know her. I didn't know what she was in my head. I didn't know why she offered me this safest place. This place. And then I wake up again. Every night I was able to go to this place, see something new. Sometimes they were flying on top of me. The sky. I was able to hide there when I thought it was too much. But every night I will adventure more and more in this different world. I will see how everyone was different to me. They look like birds. They look like lizards. They just didn't look like me. No matter how much I went around, I couldn't find you. Couldn't find anyone like me. Maybe I was the one that didn't belong there. But my curiosity was bigger. Every night I keep adventuring there. And when it was too much, the voice will call me again. Come here. Come here, don't worry. One night I didn't hear her. I continued going. That's when everything turned dark. I could see it. He was like a dragon. He was giant. And he was searching for that light. I ran. And then I wake up. Every night I keep telling them both the stories. Every night I keep telling you the stories. I keep telling you what I see, what I find. And you keep telling me it was amazing. A magical world where everyone was different. A world that maybe we could belong to. You two were seeing everything in the happiest way possible while I was scared. You were seeing it as an amazing world where I saw as a world I was afraid of. I was confused. Why were you two seeing it like such a fairy tale when I was just scared? Maybe I was the problem. So that night I did. I decided to stop running and I stayed. I talked to someone and they answered back. Maybe I was wrong. That night, the nightmares stopped. I still remember that voice. I still remember the dragon. One entity that was light and the other that was dark. I thought maybe it was just a one night nightmare. One time. But then the story never changed. We keep talking about it every night. You really like it, so I keep telling it to you. We keep making up things over and over. And then you told me that you will love see the war. You will love to see the war I see in my head. I'll start drawing it for you. And you love it. You start imagining how many things we will do. This war was real. The things we were seeing were real. Be a world that we really belong to. One night, as I was telling you the story, you two fall asleep. Then I saw it. But this time I wasn't asleep. I was looking out the window. I was looking out the window trying to take some air when I saw it again. They flying in the sky. Shapes like people. Like humanoid creatures, but they have wings. They were flying somewhere, and by what they looked like, they were in a hurry. So I took a dumb decision. Maybe one day I will come to regret my whole life. I stand up and I went up. I went up the house. I tried to see them more, and then I dig so. More of these things fly into the same direction. Then I remember your words. You wanted to see them. You wanted to see this war that was in my head. So I grabbed a camera. I ran away from home. I wasn't thinking clearly. I just ran. I tried to find them. I hear the commotion. They were fighting. These two creatures weren't the ones in the sky. There were more. There were way more. And as I was getting closer, I realized I couldn't be here. I tried to retreat, but that's when I saw it. It was just like in my dream. It was a mix of light and darkness. I was confused, but before I can even make sense of what it was, everything turned dark again. Was I dreaming? Maybe I was. Maybe I was dreaming again. But then when I opened my eyes to see the light, you two weren't there. You weren't waking me up anymore. The two people in front of me weren't human. They weren't you two. One was reddish, the other one was green. The red one was looking at me confused. The green one was looking at me angry. I thought I must be asleep again. But you're still dreaming? Maybe I never went off my house. Maybe I just fall asleep against the window. Maybe the whole thing has been a nightmare. Until I realized, like, I fall when I was trying to escape. My legs are scratched. I'm in a little pain. Where was I exactly? I try to ask them like, where am I? But they do not understand me. I hear what they are saying, but it doesn't make sense in my head. I'm confused. I'm I'm a little bit scared, not gonna lie. If you two were to ask me, I will just say no. I will always put a strong face for you two, but you two aren't here. I'm looking around. It's daytime now. But this world doesn't look like mine. The sun doesn't look like mine. Will it be daytime for you two? If I need to get out of here, who's gonna tell you the night story if I stay here? I try to get up, but then they push me down again, back in the chair. They are talking in between, then they are talking with more creators that I cannot understand. Trying to know what is going on, but to be realistic, I'm just looking around. I'm just trying to find a way to escape. I don't know what's going on. I don't really care to. Wanna go back home. Now, someone arrived and opened the door. I still confused, but I take a minute to look around. In a big palace. What am I here? Like, I cannot understand why will these creatures take me here. Weren't they gonna eat me or something? They care about my injuries. I will be in something similar to a hospital room. Maybe a nurse room? A nurse office? But I'm just here. They're looking at me like the red one is looking at me like I just ruined my own life. It looks with so much sadness and pity. The green one look at me like I inconvenient him. Then I just wanna leave. But then that's when the green one gets close again. He put something in my ear. And then I can hear it. What are you? What? What are you? I'm a human? Human? Yeah. You're wearing air. I'm a human. I'm for sure not whatever you all are. So keep looking at me confused. Damn it. I could understand him. I'm using whatever the hell they put in my ear. Cannot really understand me. Which I think is dumb. Shouldn't he just poke whatever I'm using to? They're signing for my name. They're talking and at some point they repeat human. I think I just tell them my name was that. Well. I keep hearing them talk about what they're gonna do with me. They need to separate it. Separate what? I keep trying to talk, but then they keep ignoring me. I keep hearing the red one going like, need to check what to do with her. Cannot just. The green one is annoying. Cannot just what? To fix this before she knows. Or who knows? Confused, but I'm waiting for the right time before I can do my escape. Just know I need to go home before night arrives. Not then you two are gonna be sad again. Like you're gonna feel the same way I feel when everyone left me. If I don't get home, who's gonna tell you your night stories? To sneeze. Sorry, I needed to sneeze. I stay. I'm thinking. Maybe I should just play nice. That's when the red one come close to me again. Sneeze. Okay, sorry. I am getting sick. Okay. Go back to the story. I wanna redraw the one this there. Hello, human. I'm Amore. Your what? My name. My name is Amore. Oh, okay. I am. You're human. Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm Amore, and he's this guy. We have a little problem with you. A what? A problem. You see. You appeared when we were exactly in the middle of a war. We were searching for something. A group of people was searching for it too. Okay. And you happened to find it before us. We need it back. There is just a problem. The problem is that the object make a fusion with you. And we need it. So we are searching for ways to separate it, but before that you cannot leave this place. I need to be home before night. Yes. But yeah, you can we cannot do that. I was confused. And I didn't know what to do this time. Fusion it? Am I gonna die here? Like, are these creatures really worried about my condition, or they're just making time before just decide to do something else with me? Human? What? We are not planning to hurt you, we just need your collaboration with this. Okay. So can you promise to not run away? Like, gone out. We really don't need you to not run away. Like, I will try. You can see the green one getting frustrated. I don't know what they are really expecting from me. I cannot stay here for whatever they're planning. I need to be home. Pretty sure my family is already worried. Like, we really need you to stay. Like, my family will be worried. Huh? Oh. Yeah, they cannot really understand me. I keep just shaking my head, yes or no. They keep looking at me like they really can see I'm planning to run away. What should I do? I wanna trust them. This reddish person looks friendly. But the most I look at her, like she's using the same uniform as everyone else. A golden uniform. They all look like bees. Like all yellowish. It's like more of their armor is made of gold. Am I in a bee colony? She doesn't look like a bee. Her hair is puffy. She has wings. She's reddish. And her skin was smooth before mixing with little feathers and going back to her hair. Her hair is a mix of soft and hard feathers. giving a weird puffiness. He looks friendly, but her green eyes. I don't remember that color of eyes. Let's put her in a screen where we describe her. Green. Her green eyes are surrounded by dark. It have something that look like ears, but they are feathers. And her fingers are long, yellowish. They're like peaks. That's not even counting her legs. She looks like a evolved version of a flamingo. Like, looks so young. I would like to believe that she will be around my age, but by her uniform I can tell she's a soldier. Why would someone so young be a soldier? By the control of the situation she's having right now, I won't say that she's not anyone. She's tall. Look like a bear. And then there is the other one, the green one. I can say that he's not in any control right now. It looks like he's about to just move me down to the chair, tell me to stay there, and stop being an annoyance to him. He's angry, he's annoying, he looks like a lizard. Like a humanoid lizard. He has wings. He has horns in the top of his head. And his eyes are sharp. It's not good whenever he's looking at me like he wanna murder me. Sure that whatever they were planning that was happening that night, I ruined it. Whatever they were trying to catch, was it a lie? That's when I feel it. I feel relaxed. I feel like all the light around is hiding the darkness I see in my dreams. I feel surrounded by warm, like dark light that will appear every night. It is dark light. Whatever I thought, whatever I saw before for everything turned dark. It was dark light. And they are the people from my dream. They're all connected. I'll take the answer of what is going on. But I don't have time for this. I need to go. Need to make sure. Need to make sure you are not sad. Need to make sure you don't feel like I abandoned you, like everyone abandoned me before. So I stand up again. I sit down as soon as I see the green one almost popping a vein looking at me. Like, okay. I think that will be a sure way to that. What do I do? I can see the screens tickling, ticking. I can see the proof of their mission. What? What is in me? I ask Amore. What? Oh, I just start pointing at myself, asking her with my arms, what? Oh. Oh, I see. Uh, we don't have any extra translators. We are like a little limited. But I think I just guessing what you are asking what we were searching your planet for. Uh, I don't know how much we can tell you about this. Just tell her. She's gonna be here, she may as well. Okay. He's right. You are here, you may as well just know. I follow her, and she takes me to a table where she takes more papers. They all open up into screens. I am very confused by the technology of this world. And then she showed me a bunch of pictures of rocks. Did I hate a rock when I fell down? What? What was she showing me rocks? What is this? I was just looking at her confused, and she catch what I'm trying to say right away. They aren't rocks. They are crystals. I keep looking at her like, was that supposed to mean something for me? Um. Uh. She just looks at me confused. I look at her confused. Before she realize, oh, crystals don't make anything for you. And then she digs down and she explains me. There was a star for everything, you know? So, let me explain you. Once, everything was just like right now. But it was full of wars. Just like the ones we are living. They slowly got bigger and bigger until any planet destroyed. Until every planet destroyed itself. And then there was just darkness. There was darkness and nothing else. With time, all the little lights are getting together to the shape of a tiger. He roam around, wondering why was everything so dark. Was he lonely in this space? Why was there no one around? And then he appeared. Just like this tiger was alive from the war, there was a darkness, a dragon. A dark dragon, a black hole, made just to destroy, just to suck the energy, just to eat the destruction left behind after every planet was gone. So he ate the tiger? What? Oh, sorry, I forgetting. I don't understand what you say. So he tried to eat the tiger, but he didn't. They keep running away in the empty space. Till one day they just got tired of running, and they sit together, and they just enjoy each other company. It was a lonely space, a lonely time. And over that loneliness they bond over. The tiger was always live, talking about all the good things that could happen. About imagining, about imagining a better world. Where were all these planets? Where was energy? One where there weren't only the two of them. But the dragon knew better. He knew that once something existed, there was gonna be war. there was gonna be everything destroyed. You just wanted to enjoy these moments. You just wanted to enjoy each other. So there isn't a need for anything more than what we have here, he said. That wasn't enough for the tiger. Time passed, he just kept feeling more and more lonely. Imagining the world they could have. So one day he did. He recollected all the energy that he could, and he concentrated, he focused, until he absorbed everything, and before the dragon could understand what he was doing, he exploded. He exploded to a big boom, destroying himself and sparking all the light that he could, leaving the dragon alone again, alone with the darkness. While he cried, why will his friend do something like that? Why will he leave him alone again? But then it happened. Time and time pass, and these lights grow bigger, creating planets, creating constellations, creating the world the tiger wanted to see. But the dragon didn't. His gift was bitter. He didn't want anything. He didn't want any life. He didn't want any life. He wanted a tiger. So he went to sleep. He became a black hole that consumed himself. And from that, another rock was born. A dark crystal, different from the whiteness that the dragon, that the tiger have created everywhere. They have connected all his lights. The one was dark, was empty, was bitter. If he could, he would have destroyed everything the tiger did, but he couldn't. So he just transformed in a crystal that represents all the bitterness and all the darkness out there. While that white crystals represented all the light, all the promise that the tiger saw. And now I was here, not really understanding how was this any of my business. Like this happened before everything else. Why was that the reason why I was now being imprisoned here? Then Amore look at me. I guess you can see the confusion in my face. How am I part of any of this? Understood right away. Well, you see, as time passed, these planets became something. Life started, life born in each of them, and everything was fine. But then there was life too in that planet that started for the dragon. A planet made of a crystal that does not represent light. One that only represents suffering. One that sucks life and does not give it. So then the creature from that planet start getting jealous of the one. Die. They wanted a white crystal too. They wanted to have light. They wanted to have warmth. They weren't about to take a no as an answer. So they use the energy of the crystals. They use it to create a monster, a dark dragon. A dragon full of blackness. We got empty her. And we're gonna suck all the white crystals for them. He started a war. It caused years of agitation. It caused years of agitation. But then eventually, we won. The white crystals won. The kingdoms won. And even though there was many casualties, the war kept going his route. Or so we thought. They keep planning. They keep growing. And then one day they try again. They start taking little planets. They start taking all the help that the bigger one may need. They're making minor soldier. And then one day, they were brave enough to take a challenge. They took the princess. They took our leader. That's when the war really started. The fight before then, the fight against them for years. This time was different. They took something important for us. This time it was serious. Then we have to go and take it back. So we chose a fighter. They became a team. But when they went to save the princess, they realized there was a bigger problem. There was a source. The dark crystal, the source of all the evil, and they destroy it. They destroy the dragon, destroy the black dragon, they destroy everything that could be bad, but in the way they destroy themselves. Our hero died, turned into crystal, he broke in 1,000 pieces. He got mixed with a dark crystal and got taken away. Even though we have some good years of peace, the fight continues. The followers of the dragon keep searching for their pieces. And we search for the pieces of our fighters. We have found a lot, but they have found more. And we don't know what could happen. Drawing. Like I keep looking at her, like I get this magical world lore, but I still don't understand how will a crystal I have never seen in my life have anything to do with me. I understanding by what they are saying that if will have fusion with me, but that's impossible, right? How will a crystal mix with me, a human? But at the same time, I will say that having a giant flamingo talking to me will be impossible too. And here I am, with her nicely explaining me, the lore, while the lizard guy is just going back and forth about how he probably want to get rid of me, probably wanna rip the crystal out of my heart and end with this. Um, how? What? I I keep trying to make signs with my hands. Keep trying to ask her how will this happen. And I think she understands it because she goes, um, well, there is when we are born in this world, there is a connection between us and our world. The natural thing. We all born with a crystal. We all are one. Yours happen to have mixed with it. So you see, we didn't know you were in that fight ground. We were fighting with the followers of the Dark Dragon. We didn't know you were there. So we just knew that the object have arrived. Like we just knew that it have find it, and we just draw a neck to it. A special box is supposed to compress things, so it makes these scenarios easier, right? Um, so we may have uh, accidentally compressed you with a crystal and let's say your soul crystal and that crystals mix. So you just need to separate them. What? What's like what? Was a thing I saw before everything turned dark? Was the light and dark I saw the crystals? But it couldn't be. They were the light from my dream. They were. They weren't. I. I can see. I can see the green one getting closer. He can't understand my expression. What do you know? What? What do you know about the crystals? You saw them. I just take my. I just nod. You saw the crystal before we attacked you. And you didn't run away. I nod again. Interesting. He just walks away, like he just lost interest right away. I don't know what is going on. But they're a chief making me scared. Okay, these ones are good. I'm gonna go home. I think maybe you two will be more happy in this situation, but I not really. I was expecting to just wake up, nice story. Maybe what I was planning was like a little weird, and then I was gonna tell you next morning how I plan to escape the house to show you pictures of that. And then you were gonna make fun of me. I was gonna tell you the story about these big uniforms I saw flying through the sky. How they were just weird. Because why will fighting beasts need hole for their antennas? Why will they need space for their legs? Why will they make such a weird armature? But then I see right now this girl in front of me, Amore, and I understanding. The legs are so weird because none of them are human legs. Her legs break in two different parts, like a flamingo. She's bending them fully backwards, and she's even grabbing things with it. I amazed by the balance she's keeping. But at the same time, I'm worried about what she can do with the hands. Why are her hands so sharp? Even though she got a nice voice and she's such a nice person, I can see her uniform is different from everyone else. Yeah, different rank. Why will someone so nice be so high? Or even this green one that looks really close to her is using the same one. I like to know what is going on. But at the same time, is that what I'm seeing in my dream? Am I hearing their hero? Am I seeing the dragon? But how could it be? That was way before I even got a crystal. I really confused now. It's hard and I don't know what to do. The only thing I can do is play my cards right. Maybe they will remove this crystal and then we will all just laugh and walk away. That's what I want to believe. Like every movie I have seen is telling me that they are just gonna keep me here as long as it's possible until they know how to like get rid of me. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe I shouldn't guide myself in a movie, but then I don't see what other guide I can use. Like I don't have that much experience of getting like what kidnapped by aliens. Will this count like that? I don't know what is going on. I just know that I too have left home. So what shall I do now? My clothes are a mess. I'm still walking around in my pajamas and I just stand up and start looking around. What is that? Looking at their missions and then pictures. They have pictures of the soldiers who they're fighting against and they do look normal. They look well I know my normal, but probably they're normal. Like they don't look human. They look like this guy here. Like this green guy, I will describe him like a dragon. Since he looked like a reptile, but he has wings and horns. He looks like a giant iguana. But they look like him. All of these creatures that they were fighting against look like him. Like for sure they don't look like Amore. So why is he in this eye? What I can ask is he just gives me a look and walk away. It's like he was reading my mind. He knew what I was gonna ask, and I don't think he won't to answer that. I wonder where was Starfighter from? Was she like them? Or was she in? I just assuming she was like them. Why will someone different sacrifice their life for this group of people? But then, as I remember the woman in my dreams. It was just lie. So it's probably just like anything. I wonder what other stories they will tell me here. I wonder if I can get one of their uniforms. I would love to just change with anything, but this close. Like, it's so awkward to walk around in my pajamas. I just walk to Amore and I point at my clothes and point at hers. She smiles and looked like that was enough for her to understand. So that's when we finally go out. We are go out of this office area they have, and I can see the training areas where everyone's looking at me like I'm the weird one. Again, my dreams came true. I'm in a place where I don't belong at all. Everyone is training. Everyone is too busy with things that really look weird. They're practicing flying. They're practicing how to use weapons. Weapons I have never seen. There are a lot of swords. That ones I have seen at least. They are like things that look like swords, but the knowledge of them is amazing. I look at More. I point at the swords and point at her. I understand right away. She laughs. I don't. Oh, what what do you use? I point her and I question. I move my shoulder up, questioning her, and that's when she points at a target area. There is no like. I guess she wanna do archery, but there is no really like anything she can do it with. And that's when she stretched her arm. She's doing archery, but she doesn't have anything on. And then as she does that, a light comes out. That's when I notice her two fingers, her thumb and her index have like so much chains on it. Four of them. So she can use her weapons without like using actual weapons. What interesting thing. I continue walking with her, going around rooms of a giant palace, all covered in gold, all covered in gelatin. Was my idea that they were bees, right? I wonder if I just point at her and I make wings and zoom, will that be seen as offensive? So I just don't. Look around to see paintings. There are paintings of like the family, the royal family. I gonna guess because they do look like bees. They're really old paintings of what things used to be. I can see a colony. I can see the same thing I see out the window. A beautiful blue sky. I gonna guess the sun is shining. I can see the moons. Like a beautiful paradise. Things are floating around, the Waterloo crystal in the flying fountains. As I were going up, keep seeing everyone like flying here or there. It's just going up with me because I cannot fly. It's just see funny, but it kind of shows the nice character she have. I needed to check something. Different. Literally not flying for me. Going upstairs, even though I can see her. Like suffering through everything. It's nice. In other circumstances, maybe we'll become good friends. We continue. She take me to a room with all the soldier clothes. And then she chooses the smallest for me. I'm gonna say like maybe not the smallest inside, but like the smallest in pants. They all have like very long legs. I can see it's not a fighting uniform. It's more like a small uniform. One that people can go with every day. So I can see her too change into her normal clothes. A lovely puffy Lolita green dress. It contrasts beautifully with her red hair. Her dark eyes and matches with his green. I look at her surprised. How come a creature that scared me so much be so beautiful right now? The day passed fast, faster than I expected. At the same time, it's not like I carry a lot of energy. After all, I was kidnapped, taken out of my world, and compressing a little box. Now having to carry two heavy crystals inside my soul. And even after all that, this world is beautiful. The sky is so blue. When it gets dark, change to colors of pink and purple until the dark night settles. The two moons shine so hard. Water is crystal. I can see it passing tubes. I can see people using the tubes to travel. I can see the flying machine, the dragons in the sky, the people talking, laughing and flying around. They look like angels. They look like Amore. Young angel. You have been one for me so far. Like so far, been so nice. Even though when Guy, the green one, haven't really been that nice. Like I saw here right after we went out of the changing rooms. Changed too into the same uniform as me. It was like Amore was a higher ranking soldier, but she wasn't focusing work 24/7. She was relaxed, she was happy, she was giving me a tour about all these places. It was like everything I wanted to be. But then Sky was annoying. He was always wearing the uniform. Yes, he was working 24/7. He couldn't take breaks. At the same time, he was the only soldier that looked like him. He was the only dragon-like figure that was just here in the castle. She was taking me around, took me to the plaza. A very nice plaza. We went in a circle, surrounding the big sculptures. They were just crystals, representing what we all were united here for. And then in the markets, I could see them all wearing small creatures. They were more animal-like than Amore. They were less humanic, humanoids. That was cool. I guess there was like different type of people that they have to defend. We went out of the market, they were little houses, little cottages. They were so cute. And then there was that one there. Cute, with a little door, plants surrounding it, pressing between another house and a hallway. It was cute. We continued walking up and down, visiting different parts of this town, this city. Seeing the respect that people have for Amore, even outside of her uniform, keep commanding respect. Even with a cute smile, he gives everyone nothing to worry about. He represents peace. He was so young. I admire her so much. Even though I have only met her. And even though I was still searching for ways to escape. Yet nothing lasts so long. Then, as I was going around, I realized it's getting dark. As I described the night, so light, so dark, covered by light because of the moons, but still so dark. Was I gonna sleep in the streets? Or was I sleeping today? Like I look at Amore, I make her the sign to sleep, and then she laughed, and then she took me to her dormitory, the training areas. There were more soldiers like her. And then they make a bed for me. A place where I could rest. Even if I knew that I needed to escape. I knew that I needed to rest first. So many things happened today. I needed to be ready for anything else. So I lay down. I sleep. My only worry was to escape. So I could give myself a moment of relaxation. Deep in my sleep, I was back there. Again, in this place I couldn't understand. Walking around. But then it changed from the random park it was sometimes to a central commercial to all these places I knew from air to now this big palace. I was confused, but I walk around. Come here. What? Come here. With the same voice. The voice from the light. The voice from the soldier. From the hero. So I went there. I followed her. It was like she had something to show me. So I went there. Then I saw it. It was their mission. It was the mission that they told me about. The one that they took to rescue the princess. The one that led to the destruction of her and the Dark Dragon. The one that marked history and the start of what they were searching for. I have an idea of what this princess may have looked like. At least I knew what she looked like today or before it happened. The paintings around the room, around the rooms, tell me a lot. As I was walking around, I could see the royal family. They all look like bees, like insects. None of them look like me. So I just continue. I follow them, and I could see they were all different. All of the heroes that were part of that party, the ones that saved the princess. They were tall, they were strong, some were small, some were skinny. They were all different, but then he was there, the hero. I Part of me expected her to look like Sky. I wanted to know what hero could touch the crystal with no issue. I wanted some drama, but she didn't look like Sky. She looked like me. Not not color wise or like she will look like me. I mean she looked human. She have some dark inside the skin, some in her eyes. And then I see, oh, she has wings. Okay, she was not human. Yes, that was my question. So just continue. There was nothing new. Someone like them, David, a princess, all the story that they just told me happened. It wasn't much to worry. I just saw them enter the room, search for her, and then they finally found her. The bee princess that was now from by the bad side and the... Eh? Wait a minute. It doesn't look be like... Actually... What? I step closer. I look at her well, like this was a dream. It doesn't matter my presence there. I got as close as I could. Um, it wasn't the princess. No, at least not the one in the pictures. At least not the one that was a queen today. It was dark. She had feathers, purple feathers. Her eyes were white. It was like a more. She was a bear. She wasn't the princess that everyone was talking about. She wasn't the queen. Who was she? Why were they lying to me? Did they even knew it was a lie? Why were they trying to change history like this? And if it wasn't that, why was a hero in my dreams lying to me? We're here for you. Madruja, we're here for you. Madruja? And then I wake up. Was I just imagining everything? Who was that woman? Who was Madruja? Who did they went to pick up that day? Because I wasn't the queen. But before I can say anything, I thought. I knew this was a risky thing. Was I really gonna ruin my plan of escaping just to know what else was going on here? Was this one at least gonna be a better story to tell you at night? I don't know. By the end of my first entry. I don't know who's gonna find this book. I don't know who's gonna read my notes. But I for sure hope it isn't you. I for sure hope it isn't none of you too. I hope that if you do ever find them, just think it's another story and we move on. I think that you never know the context of why I'm writing all of this. But if you knew, I hope that I did make it back to your side. Dark Dragon. So, I really hope I see you again. You don't find about this book. And you never found about this war. But I know you too well. No, you will. Then sign our dragon. That's all for my try of telling the story of today. I was gonna draw like Dark Dragon with a big uniform. Like I'm trying and looking at the reference. Realizing it's way gonna show way less dragon I expected. So I have to work on it. I guess it does a good job of like covering everything. It's like the feet part. Because the soldiers don't have normal feet. Yeah, we'll probably post all the concept art on the Discord channel. I'm thinking because I do wanna make these are the remakes we make. This is the Yonder Dragon. This is the other one. This is like what I try to copy of the. Like I try to redo this one. It's a little less stiff. I just make one standard, one standing, because I wanted to know how to draw the pajama like that. And then I tried to draw one with the uniform I was describing. Okay. In case there is no context, we have here Amore. The names are placeholders. I just very bad at names, as I said before. This is Amore. This one we are working on it. The first version was very humanoid. The second one is more dragon focus. But this is a Sky, which again I think his name actually was Lai. But I changed it. And this is Madruja, the one that I ended the story with. In case like I keep describing be like, this is the queen and the family. I used to be like this, I changed it. So they look like this. The frog will enter later. I wanna make all the concept art look like this, because this one was very cute. Okay. So yeah, hopefully I will be able to talk more about this and make more concept art for this one. Gonna check, probably tomorrow gonna try to talk about this. I may go back to the woods, explain a little better. But yeah. Let me... Here I am. Well. Thank you so much for coming today. I try to tell my story thing. This is what I wanna do more in these streams. Just work out my stories. All these passion projects, I don't really have that much time to work on it. As well as like I can show you other products. I trying to make a website so we can, in case that like you enter the stream and you don't know what characters I'm talking about. I trying to make a website where I can put all of these things, also my products and future events. I have to work on all that. But yeah, thank you so much. So I'm just gonna go ahead. If you like so much, you like to draw and you wanna learn a little more like how to draw cute characters or like that, you can go to my TikTok IG and I have tutorials there. If you like to keep up with all my VTuber things, you can go check on Twitter. Even though this stream I did not announce it on Twitter because I was shy. Then if you do wanna know exactly when I'm streaming, you wanna see these artworks I make, you wanna check other things, you can join my Discord channel where I put more of these things. I try to be more active there, but normally I put my working process, anything that I'm doing at the moment. So you get there a exclusive view on whatever I'm working at. And then what else? Let me check. Oh yeah, if you wanna see more streams like this, you can appear on my Twitch. I stream every day from Monday to Friday, normally at 10:30 Thailand time, but I do change sometimes. So like today. So yep. If you want to watch very old videos of me, or you can go check YouTube. I keep all my vlogs on YouTube. And yeah, that's it, I think. If you are in Thailand and you wanna see me in person, don't. I'm gonna be on Kokoro on February 22 selling different art things, as well as I'm working on exclusive stickers for the event. So yeah, that's all for today. If you do like the stories, or if you think there is something I can do better, please leave your comment on YouTube because I don't think you can leave comment on Twitch. So if you dig like this, I don't know, leave a like, subscribe, but yeah, just that. Thank you so much for coming, and I'm leaving. Bye bye.